My name is Adamu Fatima, index number 52210400491, IT level 300, group number 3. And our topic is threats that prevent information from reaching its destination. When data moves from sender to medium to receiver, anything that breaks or blocks this chain causes an interruption. 1. Network or communication failures. How it happens. Data travels through switches, routers, cables, satellites, or wireless links. If one of these components is damaged or misconfigured, packets cannot move forward. Example, a fiber optic cable cut by construction equipment. Results, packets are lost and the receiver never gets the message. Impact, could stop financial transactions, video calls, or any online communication. 2. Denial of service, that's the DOS, and distributed DOS, DDoS attacks. How it happens. Attackers flood the target network or server with massive fake requests. Results. The server spends all its resources responding to that traffic. So genuine requests are ignored or dropped. Example, a website becoming unreachable during a DOS, the DDoS attack. Impact. Communication is technically possible but practically blocked. Interference and jamming. How it happens. In wireless communication, signals travel as radio waves. If there is strong noise at the same frequency, it overwhelms the intended signal. Example, using an illegal signal jammer to block Wi-Fi in an exam hall. Results, data packets are corrupted or never received. Impact, wireless communications drop or slow to unusable speeds.
My name is Said Ibn Omar. Index number 52210400421. I'll continue from where my colleague ended. Point 4. Power outage. How it happens. Network devices like switches, routers, and base stations require power. If they lose power, no backup is present, communication stops. Example, a blackout in a data center without backup generators. Result, all data transmission halt until power is restored. Impact, causes immediate service unavailability. Point 5. Natural disasters. How it happens. Extreme weather or geological event destroy the physical infrastructure. Example, flood damaging underground network cables. An earthquake toppling towers. Results, large scale, long-term communication breakdown. Impact, can isolate entire cities or regions from the internet. Point 6. Hardware manufacturing. How it happens. Overheating, wear and tear, or manufacturing defect cause failure in modems, network card, and switches. Example, the failing router drops packs and refuses new connections. Results, partial or complete communication breakdown. Impact, may require repair or replacement to restore data flow.
I'm Boateng is index number 52210400424. So we continue from trends that causes data corruption. When we say data corruption, we mean that a stores or transmit data is no longer the same as it was originally. Sometimes it's changed the bytes. This can make the data wrong. This can make the data wrong, incomplete, or unreadable. Corruption can occur at rest. at rest, stored on a device, or in transit, being sent across a network. Transmission errors, how it works. Data moves in packets or networks. Electrical signals in cables or radio waves in wireless networks can be affected by noise, interface, or weak signals. Even one flipped bit in a critical fault can make it uns- unusable. Example, incompressed or executable files. 2. Real world example. Downloading a 10 megabyte software update but can pocket around damage. The update files or the installed program crashes. 3. When dangerous. There is no proper error checking. Corruption data may be stored without anyone notice. 2. Faulty storage media. How it works. Hard drives develop bad sectors. SSDs have wear out limits. CDs and DVD get structures. When the hardware can reliably store or read bytes, the data changes from its original form. 2. Real world examples. A photo saved on an old memory card shows half the image with color strips or missing parts. Why dangerous? Corruption might be partial. Corruption might be partial, meaning you get incomplete but still openable files, which makes errors harder or detect. Malware or cyber attacks. How it works. Macro software can directly alert or affect data. Virus overwrite files with macroscopes. You store emphatic data so you can read it without paying. Trojan horses directly changes database entities to benefit attacks. Real world example. You want a company documents and replace them with famous notes. Why dangerous? This is international corruption. Attacks want to destroy integrity and force recover codes. Software bugs. How it works. Programming errors causes wrong data, write or overwrite. This could be due to 1. Incorrect memory handling. Faulty algorithms. Mismatched data format between software versions. Real world examples. A financial application stores 25 transfers amount of 16 bytes. Integrated instead of 22 bytes, causing overflow and wrong totals. Why dangerous? Is silent. You must not realize the data is strong until long after backups have also been corrupted. Human errors. How it works. People can People can understand enter wrong data, delete correct data or overwrite files, typing mistakes, selecting the wrong files to edit, copy pasting over important information. Real world example. A click entry 100,000 instead of 10,000 in a payroll system. Why dangerous? Every small mistake can propagate through multi-system and become trust wrong information. 6. Environmental factors. How it works. Hardware is sensitive to extreme heat, humidity, vibration, dust, statics, electricity, and even cosmic rays when the fluid bites in memory. Real world example. A laptop shut down due to overheating during a file save, resulting in a half-written document. Why is dangerous? Damage may be gradual, making corruption occur slowly and unpredictable. 7. Security connection. There are trends mostly affected initiate in the CIA trade, community integrity, availability. Sometimes they are also affected authentic, especially when corrupted data can be mistaken for a valid or original information.
Okay, so to continue with what my colleague just said, we have the main nature of the form data and yeah, so under the nature, what happens, examples, security principle affected. So let's take the nature first. So the nature have an authorized alteration of data. And what happens to is the data is changed, deleted, or tampered with, so it's no longer correct. The examples too is the hacker. The hacker changes bank account balance in the database. So let's take the security too. The security principle affected. Yeah. So under the security principle affected, you have the integrity, the trustworthiness, and accuracy of data is compromised. So the next one is step 4. That's the fabrication. So under the fabrication, as we said earlier, we have the nature, what happens, examples, and security principles affected. So the fabrication, we take the nature first. You have the insertion of false data or activities into a system without authorizations. So we move on to what happens. You have the new fake data is created and presented as genuine. And the examples, creating fake user accounts, forging emails, creating fake transactions. And we have the security principle affected. Under the security principle affected, we have the authenticity. The source of legitimate base of the data is falsified. Okay, so that's all we have, and thank you.